Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 18 of Monday Night Raw here on Universe Mode, the final Raw before Night of Champions, and we're kicking things off as always with the 24/7 Championship. Who will answer the call? Oh, ho, ho, it has been quite a while since we've seen this man in Universe Mode programming. The former United States Champion Wade Barrett is back. Of course, Wade Barrett has been out for a number of months due to injury that he sustained at day one against the Ring General Gunther for the United Kingdom Championship. Wade Barrett ended up being undrafted in the Universe Mode draft. Wade Barrett is here now on Monday Night Raw once again. And for Wade Barrett, this would be a huge opportunity to get his stocks back up in Universe Mode. Wade Barrett right now a free agent here on Universe Mode, but Wade Barrett is here trying to take the 24/7 Championship from someone he knows well, the new 24/7 Champion, The Miz, also a former U.S. champion in his own right. The Awesome One returning to Monday Night Raw. He is a SmackDown contracted superstar, and look at The Miz with that belt on his shoulder. His second championship reign in his Universe Mode career. The Miz feels on top of the world right now. The Miz defeated Matt Hardy this past Friday on SmackDown to become 24/7 champion. And The Miz, look at that confident walk as he steps back home to Monday Night Raw. The Miz, I had the opportunity to speak to him before Raw got on the air, and he said, I have to come back to this shit stain of Monday Night Raw after finding my new home in the A Show SmackDown. Fine, I'll do it as long as I get to have this championship with me. The Miz putting that title on the line against Wade Barrett. A rivalry reignited here on Monday Night Raw. Wade Barrett, it's so good to see him back. Gotta like that announcement that Samantha Irvin just did there for The Miz, the champion. This is going to be his first title defense of his 24/7 championship reign. You see The Miz looking down at that championship, handing it to the referee, giving Barrett a good look at what he is fighting for. What a way to kick off the final Raw before Night of Champions, where every title is on the line, and the 24/7 title will be on the line at Night of Champions as well, because it was just made official that at Night of Champions in the pre-show, it will be the 24/7 champion, whoever that may be, against 19 other competitors in a Royal Rumble match in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the man defending that title in that big match could be either one of these two men. Wade Barrett is first time in months in a Universe Mode ring, and Wade Barrett looks like he hasn't missed a day. Oh, went for a double axe handle. Miz able to counter, and these guys have been through so much together. Of course, a night here of Monday Night Raw, it's going to be electric six-man tornado tag team action as the Final Testament will go against the debuting Wyatt 6. We're also going to have a fatal five-way match to determine who will be Randy Orton's challenger at Night of Champions for the WWE UK title. We're also going to have Finn Balor go one-on-one against the returning MJF before the big U.S. title triple threat match at Night of Champions. And our main event, Seth Rollins, the #1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship, will go one-on-one against Christian Cage in our main event tonight. And of course, Solo Sikoa versus Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso of the Bloodline will reunite to take on God. If the Bloodline win, they are added to the Raw Tag Team Championship match at Night of Champions. So much and more coming later on tonight. As now Wade Barrett going for the first cover of the match. The Miz kicks out. And like we said, that announcement, 24/7 Championship Royal Rumble, that's going to motivate more people to go after that championship. And Wade Barrett now just stomping on the arm of the Miz. Ooh, big kick there by the Miz. And the Miz not with Maurice tonight. He wants to be his own man. He said he survived much of his Monday Night Raw career all on his own. Or maybe that's just the Miz getting cocky because of the way he won that championship from Matt Hardy. Was by a low blow. Miz now, oh, shot right to the face. Now Miz, the champion, in control of his challenger Wade Barrett. Both these guys, former United States champions. Oh, big kick there by Barrett, and a big boot by the European. Oh, look at Barrett, just showing his relentlessness. This is Barrett taking out months of frustration. He's had months taken off of his career. And Wade Barrett wants to take that anger out on somebody. And that unfortunate soul is the Miz tonight. And Miz again trying to exit the ring. Barrett now heading to the top. And the axe handle connects. But remember, Wade Barrett cannot win the 24/7 championship by countout or disqualification. He needs to pin or submit the Miz inside the ring, and it looks like the champ's busted open. Oh God. Barrett just hit his face right onto the announce table, and Barrett now just celebrating with Byron Saxton, Michael Cole, and Corey Graves at ringside. And Barrett, of course, is a broadcast journalist as well. Barrett just enjoying time with his fellow peers. But now that just gave Miz enough time to recover. And Barrett face first onto the turnbuckle. Blood on the face of our champion. The Miz representing SmackDown in this title defense against, well, the free agent, I almost said Monday Night Raw's Wade Barrett. And Barrett now trying to get back to his feet. And Miz now. Irish whip. Oh no. Try to go for something big there, Barrett. We haven't seen this in a while. Oh, went for the wasteland. Miz able to land on his feet. And now Miz with the reality check DDT. We didn't lie when we said these men didn't know each other well. Miz to retain kick out by Barrett before it was too late. And Miz a little bit frustrated. He can't let his emotions get the better of him. Drop down. In the knee plus, no. Tried to go for the knee plus, but Wade Barrett saw it coming. Barrett able to avoid it. And now, oh, knee right to the gut, and Barrett, uh-oh, he's got the red elbow pad out. Ball hammer. Ball hammer connects. Do we have a new 24/7 champion? We do. Wade Barrett is 24/7 champion.
Here is your winner and the new 24/7 champion, Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett wins his second championship in his Universe Mode career. The 24/7 championship in his Universe Mode in-ring return. What a win for Wade Barrett, here to kick off Monday Night Raw, our new WWE 24/7 champion. Well, what a way to kick off Monday Night Raw. We have a new 24/7 champion, and can this woman come Night of Champions become our next Raw Women's Champion? Liv Morgan is here.
Making her way to the ring from Elmwood Park, New Jersey,
Liv Morgan won a triple threat match last week against Indy, Hartwell, and Roxanne Perez to become the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Liv Morgan finally gets what she has wanted since the beginning of Universe Mode, a one-on-one title match, and it's going to be against her good friend Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan's out to the ring wanting a fight. Who's going to answer the call? Oh, what the hell is this? Well, this is Liv Morgan's former tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez. She's got a back. Raquel Rodriguez is here. It's been a while since we have seen this amazing woman in Universe Mode. Raquel Rodriguez is here on Monday Night Raw, and she's going to face off against her former tag team partner, Liv Morgan. And if you have not seen Raquel Rodriguez, you're in for one hell of a treat. She's got a back. And Raquel Rodriguez is looking to fight. You gotta think, if Raquel Rodriguez can beat the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship, Liv Morgan, that could get Raquel in a good footing here on the Raw Women's division. Probably get her an opportunity at the belt, whether it's Rhea Ripley or hell, even Liv Morgan. And Raquel Rodriguez not looking to play easy on her former tag team partner. Raquel Rodriguez is back on Universe Mode, and she's out for a vengeance. First, Wade Barrett returns. Oh, and now Raquel Rodriguez. Just goes to show anything can happen here on Monday Night Raw. Raquel Rodriguez, as we know, was drafted to Raw in the Universe Mode draft. And Raquel just going to demolish Liv Morgan. Raquel probably feeling a bit of a abandonment from Liv. Liv deciding to favor Rhea Ripley over herself. Raquel was in control for most of this match. Liv now trying to get a footing in of her own. Looking for the airplane spin, connects. And this is our first of 2 women's matches here on Monday Night Raw. As our co-main event, we are going to see finally the one-on-one showdown between Indy Hartwell and Roxanne Perez. Raquel Rodriguez, an impressive showing in her Raw in-ring debut. Takes Morgan down. Here's the cover by Rodriguez. Is this enough for the win? Kick out by Morgan. Clearly not enough for an early victory. And Morgan now is just going to keep on moving. Takes Rodriguez down. And Liv, drop kick. Very impressive athletics there by the #1 contender. Liv Morgan is just days away from the biggest opportunity in her Universe Mode career. Code breaker. Double knees right to her former bestie. And now the Oblivion connects. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg of Rodriguez. And Raquel kicks out. Morgan is pissed. But Morgan's just going to taunt the fans in attendance. Notice that there's actually fans on that side. Now Morgan. Oh. And now Rodriguez retreating to the outside. Morgan now waiting for Raquel to get back to her feet. Look at her back. And Morgan with a nice drop kick connects. These 2 ladies now fighting on the outside. A personal friendship now dissolved Rodriguez coming to Raw for revenge. Or maybe Rodriguez is here simply to send a message that maybe she's next in line for a Raw Women's title opportunity. Rodriguez has never had a championship opportunity in her Universe Mode career yet. And Raquel now celebrates in front of a downed Liv Morgan. You gotta think, if Liv can't beat Raquel, how the hell is she gonna be able to defeat Rhea Ripley in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions? Morgan now takes Rodriguez down, and a kick. Morgan, a bit of a change of attitude in recent months, believing this is necessary to get up the ranks of Monday Night Raw and get a chance at the championship. So far it's worked. Liv Morgan now heading to the top, into the splash. This is what Morgan dreams of, is becoming a champion. Morgan going for another Oblivion. Second one of the match to Raquel Rodriguez. Cover, hook of the leg. Morgan gets the victory ahead of Night of Champions. Oh, and here comes Mommy. Liv Morgan did not expect to see the champ, but Mommy's here. Rhea Ripley. We know these two very good friends, but at Night of Champions they are opponents. As Rhea Ripley, title in hand, lifts it up in front of Liv Morgan, sending a message. As at Night of Champions, it will be Rhea Ripley defending the Raw Women's Championship against her good friend, Liv Morgan. And the question is this: which one of these two ladies wants it more? Who will leave the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as Raw Women's Champion? Well, we are back here on Monday Night Raw, and it is time for the Universe Mode return of this man, the longest reigning United States champion of all time, the former champion MJF.
Making his way to the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 228 pounds,
MJF had a long and successful run as United States champion before losing it just last month on the Raw after WrestleMania against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the current champ. MJF returned last week to send a message saying that he wants that championship back, and at Monday Night Raw, at Night of Champions, it will be a triple threat match. Cody Rhodes will defend the United States Championship against MJF and the man Cody faced last week, Finn Balor, who's also going to be MJF's opponent here tonight, one-on-one on Raw. First time ever that MJF and Finn Balor will go one-on-one here on Universe Mode. MJF looks ready for this fight. MJF's first match in over a month. As here comes the Prince of the Judgment Day. We saw Rhea Ripley only a few moments ago. As here comes Finn.
And his opponent, representing the Judgment Day, from Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor!
Finn Balor, a very accomplished Universe Mode competitor, former European champion, former Intercontinental champion, but at Night of Champions he has an opportunity to become the brand new United States champion. Finn Balor, one of the most accomplished individuals in Universe Mode history. Finn Balor has a huge opportunity ahead of him, but tonight Finn wants to gain momentum heading in to Night of Champions as he goes one-on-one against the greatest United States champion of all time, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. As look at the eyes of Finn Balor. He is ready for this opportunity. Finn Balor also going it alone. That's how respectful Finn Balor has become. But here we go. MJF, Finn Balor one-on-one here on Raw. The two challengers for the United States title triple threat match at Night of Champions. And MJF, definitely one of the greatest success stories here on Monday Night Raw. MJF also a former AEW World Champion. So Max knows what it's like to hold world title gold. Finn Balor, in terms of Universe Mode, doesn't. Oh! Muscle buster suplex there by Max. You gotta think the United States Champion Cody Rhodes is watching this match on as Balor, because he's gotta get used to the movesets of these two individuals, because those two are going to be his challengers at the same time in Night of Champions, and Cody doesn't need to be pinned or submitted to lose his title like this. MJF cover, and that almost earned MJF a quick win here on Monday Night Raw in his return. MJF has took on a lot of up-and-comers during his U.S. title run. Men like AJ Styles, men like Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Adam Cole, Darby Allin, The Miz, Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, among many others. MJF has beaten them all. That's just how dominant MJF was, and you gotta respect that. MJF, of course, would be frustrated that that run is no longer continuing. And now Balor and MJF gonna come to blows, middle of the ring here on Monday Night Raw. Balor had a brief stint on SmackDown, now back on Raw, wanting to prove that he is still the prince of this brand. But he's going against another former dominant champion, MJF. These two men having a meeting with destiny. And Max with a drop kick. And Balor retreating. And now Maxwell heading to Finn Balor's side of the ring, and now just going to break apart the body of the Extraordinary Man. Max is just extending the arm of Finn Balor. Of course, Balor has a history of shoulder injuries. You see the referee John Cones telling both men, get back in the ring and settle this like men. Uh-oh, Max. Not on there. God's last gift onto the floor. MJF is beside himself. MJF doesn't give a damn about the count out. He's sending a message to Cody Rhodes. Count of 8 by the official. Balor getting taken out. Count of 9. MJF's taking the coward's way out. MJF has won the match by count out. This despicable fool, he didn't give a damn about how he won this matchup, and Cody Rhodes is definitely watching that. MJF getting the win by count out here on Monday Night Raw. Just getting the win, and Max, look at those eyes. He doesn't give a damn. And why is the rivalry news of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan showing up on my screen? But either way, MJF clearly looking to go to Night of Champions to possibly becoming a 2-time United States champion at Saudi Arabia. Will he do it? We'll have to find out when Night of Champions comes to a head. We are back here on Monday Night Raw on what has already become a chaotic episode so far, as it is time for the number 1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles to come to the ring.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 445 pounds, the Nation!
The Guerrillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, defeated A-Town Down Under to become the number 1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. But here tonight on Raw, they got a personal score to settle with the Bloodline, who says that their story is far from over. The team of Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. What do they say? Karma's a bitch. You should have known better. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa are here.
501 pounds, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline.
Of course, Jimmy Uso said that he watched on as Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, and Solo Sikoa became victims of the Nation, led by The Rock and the Tongans. Jimmy Uso here on Monday Night Raw to make sure stuff like that does not happen with Solo Sikoa again, and this stipulation was made official as well. If Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa win against the Tongans, then Jimmy and Solo will be added to the Raw Tag Team title match at Night of Champions against the Young Bucks, making it a triple threat match. So here we go, a family feud that's also with massive Night of Champions implications, as Solo Sikoa will start off against the infamous Tangaloa. Oh, this match officially underway, and Solo, wanting to hit the spike early. Tangaloa doesn't want that to happen. And of course, God, this will be their first Raw Tag Team title opportunity in their Universe Mode careers. They don't want the pesky Bloodline ruining that for them. Solo, though, hasn't forgotten about what the Nation did to him and the Bloodline. Roman's on SmackDown, Bronson's on SmackDown, and Solo is the man who is not forgotten and has brought Jimmy Uso to fight the cause for the Anoa'i family. Oh, and Tangaloa, the man who is legal. Solo was focusing his attack on Tama Tonga. And now Tangaloa going after Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso, one half of the longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions in history. And look at Tangaloa. Of course, back when Jimmy was Tag Team Champions with the now current Hardcore Champion Main Event Jey Uso. And Jimmy and Solo back together again in the Raw Tag Team division. But they're facing a very formidable foe in the Tongans. And Tama Tonga especially, spinning sidewalk slam to Uso, cover, hook of the leg, and Jimmy kicks out at 2.5. That was almost it, thanks to Tama Tonga. Ooh! Tama Tonga was thinking about a athletic move, Samoan drop there by Jimmy. And now Jimmy Uso gonna tag Solo. The Bloodline returned last week after the Tongans' victory over Austin Theory and Grayson Waller and showed that this rivalry is far from over. And Solo Sikoa. Oh! Nice chops there by the former enforcer. Oh, and now Tama Tonga able to avoid it. Oh, into the clothesline. Tama Tonga, one of the most versatile movesets in Universe Mode today. That's what makes this man so dangerous. Every time he and his brother step foot in the Universe Mode ring. Oh, and a clothesline there by Solo as well. Went for the leg drop. Tangaloa able to avoid it. And that's the reason why The Rock recruited these two wild Samoans, no pun intended, is because Tangaloa and Tama Tonga always willing to do whatever it takes to win. And they will break down their opponents during it. Frequent tags by these two, keeping each other fresh and in complete control of the match. You see Tama Tonga telling Solo, "You're done. You should not have come back after us." The Nation beat the Bloodline at Bad Blood. We thought that rivalry would be over then. Roman Reigns defeated The Rock at WrestleMania, but it seems like more members of the Bloodline just want to keep beating the hell out of each other. And now Jimmy reaching for the tag and Tama Tonga saying, "Come on, man, bring it." Oh! And that's why Tama Tonga able to back it up. And the crossroads. Oh, and Solo getting into the apron. Here's the cover by Tama Tonga for the win. Kick out at 2 by Jimmy. Solo, it was almost too late for him to break up that cover. And now Tama Tonga just decimating Jimmy Uso. Gonna bring Jimmy over to the corner. What the hell does Tama Tonga have in mind? Whoa! What amazing moves there by Tonga. Jimmy retreating, and now another tag to Tangaloa. And now Tangaloa, no! Solo with the knee up, but now Solo taken down. And now hearing that just made Jimmy go berserk. Jimmy, who's sworn in to become the protector of Solo. And Jimmy Uso, not going to let his brother be hurt. Jimmy Uso said in his own words, "I am my brother's keeper." And Jimmy Uso is going to prove that tonight. And earn he and Solo a Raw Tag Team title opportunity in Saudi Arabia. Look at Jimmy. Headbutt to Tangaloa cover. And a kick out. You saw the look on Jimmy's face saying, what do we have to do to put these two away? Solo. Ooh, bumped into the referee there. Ooh, looked like Solo wanted Samoan Spike. Tangaloa, though, able to avoid it. Uh-oh. And Solo now with the clothesline. And now Tangaloa's the one escaping. Solo heading to the top. Into the double axe handle. My God, that was a rough landing for Loa. This is what happens when you mess with the Anawahi family. You go down. And Solo Sikoa, a man known for taking grudges. Never forgetting. Oh, but look at this. Tangaloa crawling, tags in Tama Tonga. And Solo. Oh, headbutt to Tonga. Shot to Loa. And now Solo has just gone berserk. Oh, Tama Tonga wanted a springboard maneuver, going for the Samoan Spike. And the cutter by Tama Tonga. Cover on Sikoa. And kick out of 2. And Tama Tonga, look at the height. And now Tama Tonga taunting Jimmy Uso there, saying, look at your brother. Look at what he's become. Oh, went for the drop kick. Solo able to move out of the way. And that could have saved these two the matchup. The Bloodline. And now Solo. Nice shots to the corner of Tama Tonga. And taking him down. This has already been a very chaotic Monday Night Raw. And including this tag team match. Oh, and Jimmy with a punch to Tama Tonga. And Jimmy Uso looking to get some more momentum heading the Bloodline's way. And Jimmy's taunting the crowd, but he doesn't realize Tangaloa's about to be tagged in. Tag. Solo, stop putting the ones up. Tangaloa. This was the move that won him the match last week. In the nice power bomb. Stacks up Jimmy. And Jimmy kicks out. The fighting spirit of Jimmy and Solo on display. Jimmy Uso almost cost the Bloodline the damn match. And now Tangaloa just chopping down Jimmy Uso. And now it's Tangaloa, the one taunting. Solo reaching up for the tag, saying, come on, Jim. Get over to the ring. And Tangaloa's just blocking him, the damn troll. Solo's reaching. Jimmy couldn't get there because Tangaloa was in the way. That was their plan. And Jimmy's back up. Jimmy just got right back up and takes Tangaloa down. The new Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline. Tangaloa throwing Jimmy. Oh, shot to the face. Jimmy now given space to get back in the ring. Look at these strikes. Super kick. Tangaloa retreating to the corner. Tag to Sikoa. And Solo now. Oh, throwing Tangaloa almost across the ring. Look at Solo. Diving headbutt, shades of Umaga. And Solo can taste the opportunity for the Raw Tag Team Championships in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Going to go for the shoulder. Tangaloa, though, getting back to his feet. Very chaotic tag team match here tonight. Tag to Tama Tonga. The G.O.D. now. Going for a double team. Solo back up. Went for the Samoan Spike. Oh my God. A little bit of a mix up there. Headbutt to Tangaloa. It looks like Tama Tonga's the legal man. Solo realizes Samoan Spike. to Tama Tonga. Cover. Hook of the leg. Solo and Jimmy are going to Night of Champions.
Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline.
What a win for the Bloodline as Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa are officially added to the Night of Champions card. It will be a triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team Championships as the Guerrillas of Destiny will take on the Young Bucks and Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. What a win for Jimmy and Solo here tonight. And can we possibly be looking at our next Raw Tag Team Champions? Well, we are back here on Monday Night Raw, and it is time to determine who will face the Viper, Randy Orton, for the WWE UK title.
Five-way match. Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds,
Carmelo
Carmelo Hayes.
Hayes making his way to the ring. Of course, Carmelo Hayes, formerly a part of the SmackDown roster, traded to Monday Night Raw in the draft. And Melo looking for his first singles championship opportunity in his Universe Mode career. Carmelo Hayes looking to go one-on-one with the Viper, Randy Orton, in Saudi Arabia. That is, if he wins this fatal five-way match. When Melo shoots, Melo don't miss, and that's what Carmelo Hayes is looking to show the Monday Night Raw audience here tonight. But here comes a man who also would love a one-on-one title shot. One of the men who failed to earn a WWE Championship opportunity. It is the Cult of Personality, CM Punk. CM Punk acknowledging that he's in the later stage of his career. But CM Punk, a lot of history with Randy Orton, would like to reignite that rivalry at Night of Champions if he wins this fatal five-way match. CM Punk making his way to the ring. And I spoke with CM Punk earlier today, and he said there are a lot of young talents in this matchup that I've never gotten to face. I am in the later stages of my career. I know that there might not be many chances to win gold for me ever again. But if I can get one more chance, especially if it's against one of my oldest rivals, Randy Orton, then I can be complete. CM Punk is here. Can he be the one to go to Jeddah and challenge for the UK title. But here comes the former WWE United Kingdom champion.
Weighing in at 218 pounds,
Kenny Omega lost the UK title to Randy Orton last week on Monday Night Raw. And Kenny Omega was not given an automatic rematch clause. Kenny Omega, instead, if he wants another opportunity against the Viper, he has to win this matchup here tonight. And Kenny Omega, I'm no mathematician, I'm not Scott Steiner, but I don't like his chances of winning here tonight. And I know Kenny Omega realizes that as well. But he steps foot in the ring knowing that if he wants revenge, he has to do this. Well, here comes a former two-time United States champion, former Raw Tag Team champion, the Badass. Braun Breaker, who's becoming more and more relentless by the day. Braun Breaker, he said when he turned his back on the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, he said, I want singles gold. I've wasted so much of my Universe Mode career being a tag team specialist, and that's not who I am. I am Braun Breaker, the unpredictable badass, and I want more singles gold. I want to one day be undisputed Universal Champion. Braun Breaker believes the next step to doing so is to win the United Kingdom Championship. Braun Breaker, can he be #1 contender? We find out tonight, as Breaker always looks ready for a fight. And here comes a man we haven't seen in quite some time. We saw Carmelo Hayes sort of react to this. It's the one and only highlight of the night. Ricochet is back. This could be Ricochet's night.
And from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 190 pounds,
Ricochet, of course, is a former 24/7 champion, but he has never held a sanctioned piece of championship gold in his Universe Mode career. Ricochet hasn't even had a one-on-one match for a sanctioned title in Universe Mode. That can change if he wins this Fatal 5-Way here tonight. It could very well be Ricochet versus Randy Orton. Could you imagine how insane that match would be? But here we go. All 5 competitors are in the ring. One of them is going to become #1 contender for the United Kingdom champion, Randy Orton, at Night of Champions in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Who will it be? We're going to find out right now. And especially look at the factors that are Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet. 2 very athletic competitors. Of course, Kenny Omega and Braun Breaker as well. CM Punk, well, we'll never know. Covered by Omega. Again, Omega is desperate because he lost the championship to Randy Orton last week, and he was not immediately afforded a title rematch. If he wants one, he needs to win this whole Fatal 5-Way. And Carmelo Hayes, double knees to Braun Breaker. A lot of history between Hayes and Braun. Nice suplex by Hayes on Punk, and now look at Braun Breaker go. And Kenny Omega throwing a chair at CM Punk. Looks like he's going all out here tonight. And Braun Breaker chops down Hayes. Omega. Oh, try to go for a shot from behind on Braun Breaker. Braun now sending Omega to the corner, and Ricochet clothesline from behind. This is an opportunity for Ricochet. Nice chair shot of the back of Kenny Omega. Ooh, went for a nice bulldog, and imagine these two one-on-one, Ricochet and Kenny Omega. Ricochet into the drop kick to Omega. Oh, and Breaker with the chair. Chair shots to... Oh, wait a minute. Braun speared the ref. Ricochet moved out of the way. Braun Breaker speared John Cone, our referee. No disqualifications. Well, John Cone seems to have recovered. He seems to be okay. But Braun Breaker damn near killed that man. And Kenny Omega and CM Punk battling outside. They have very personal issues. It's Ricochet, Carmelo Hayes, and Braun Breaker inside the ring. Shot by Breaker on Mello. Braun Breaker says you should not have come to Monday nights. Kenny Omega in a powerbomb position. Punk able to get out of it. Ricochet back inside the ring. And look at Ricochet go. Ricochet, who we haven't seen since WrestleMania season. And now Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet double teaming on Braun Breaker. But now Mello from behind takes Rick down. Carmelo Hayes has not been too successful in number one contenders matches. But Mello wants a chance to win championship gold. Nice punch there by Omega. And Braun Breaker from behind with this steel chair. Shot of the face of Mello. Shot of the kidneys of Omega. And look at Breaker go on the field. Into the power slam of Ricochet. Here's the cover for Braun Breaker. Omega realizes he breaks up the pin. Mello now with the sledgehammer. Cover by Mello, and Breaker able to get out of it. CM Punk now from behind. That's the thing. These pinfalls or submissions are going to be difficult to break up, because in fatal five-way matches, there's always at least somebody to break them up. Oh, backbreaker to Carmelo Hayes by CM Punk. Into the neck breaker. And now it looks like Omega and Punk working together to eliminate the rest of the competition. Suplex there by Omega. Ricochet with the kick. And Ricochet feeling fired up. Mello is down. This is Ricochet's chance. The moonsault to Carmelo Hayes. Cover to go to Saudi. Kick out by Mello. Could you imagine if the one and only got a chance at the UK title? Braun Breaker now with CM Punk. Oh, went to push Breaker away. Oh, Mello with the kendo stick. Now Punk into the suplex. Feed trigger by Omega on Ricochet. And now Punk into the perfect plex. And now he's got the cover on Ricochet from the V trigger. CM Punk, no, almost. CM Punk almost earned a chance. Mello now. Oh, Punk interrupting that. Oh, but Carmelo's going to attempt it anyway. Into the cover. Mello into the cover. Hook of the leg. CM Punk has just given Carmelo Hayes a title shot.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes!
And because of that, Carmelo Hayes is getting an opportunity at the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Can we be looking at our next WWE UK champion, Carmelo Hayes, with a huge upset win here tonight on Monday Night Raw, the final Raw before Night of Champions, as it is official for Night of Champions. The Viper, Randy Orton, will make his first defense of the United Kingdom Championship against Carmelo Hayes. Will Orton have a successful title defense, or will Melo prove once and for all that he is definitely him? We find out at Night of Champions. Well, we are back here on Monday Night Raw, and it is time for what is definitely going to be a chaotic six-man tornado tag team match as Karrion Kross and the Final Testament are going to take on the debuting Wyatt 6, as here come the former SmackDown Tag Team Champions, AOP.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring at a combined weight of 620 pounds. The powers
Akam to your left, Razor to your right. They were drafted to Monday Night Raw in the Universe Mode draft alongside Karrion Kross. And this is going to be the first time that AOP compete here on Monday Night Raw. Of course, we knew how successful they were as SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But here tonight, AOP will team up with their leader, Karrion Kross, to take on the very mysterious Wyatt 6. As AOP, the enforcers of the Final Testament, always willing to help out Karrion Kross whenever needed. As here comes Karrion Kross making his way to the ring, separate from AOP. And Karrion Kross, we know for the past month or so, has been in a bit of a blood feud with Bray Wyatt in defense of Karrion Kross's old rival, the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland. Karrion Kross last week said, "I'm not through with you," and that was when we saw the debut of the Wyatt 6. Karrion Kross and the Final Testament, after that Falls Count Anywhere match, agreed to take on the Wyatt 6 at full force. As Karrion Kross, you see a look of almost, yeah, sure, he's walking to the ring with purpose, but almost a little bit of fear in his eyes as he walked to the ring. Because Karrion Kross, like the rest of us, he doesn't know what to expect. As Karrion Kross is here, and the Final Testament await the arrival of this weird group. You hear the bell going. Look at the Fireflies. They are out here on Monday Night Raw. Final Testament waiting impatiently. Here they are. Bray Wyatt, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Lumis.
164 pounds, the team of Bray Wyatt, Dexter Lumis, and Joe Gacy.
Together they are known as the Wyatt Six. Bray Wyatt bringing them to the ring to defend themselves against Karrion Kross and the Final Testament ever since Bray Wyatt started a rivalry with Karrion Kross. Wyatt knew the factors that AOP would have, and Bray Wyatt said that he gave Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy a family because he felt that Lumis and Gacy were directionless, had nowhere to go. Wyatt brought them home to Raw to be by his side. Look at the looks of Lumis and Gacy. Almost like they're in a trance. And if this group stays together, that spells bad news, as this is the first time that all three men will be as a cohesive unit. Here we go. Final Testament Wyatt 6. Six-man tornado tag team match. Here right now. And of course, Dexter Lumis, former 24/7 champion in Universe Mode. Joe Gacy has performed a couple of times on SmackDown in the past. This is Lumis and Gacy's Monday Night Raw debut. Look at Wyatt going after Lumis. Going after Kross, Lumis, and Gacy going after AOP. Imagine Lumis and Gacy as Raw Tag Team Champions in the near future. And, Lumis especially. We already knew he was a weirdo. Razor taking out Lumis. And, Gacy sent flying by Akam. AOP having no problem decimating the Wyatt Six. And now Wyatt taken down by Akam, and that's the thing, the factor that is AOP. And Lumis trying to defend his leader, and Akam sending him down for his troubles. And Wyatt trying to defend himself. But the Final Testament is looking stronger than ever. Final Testament breaking the spell of Wyatt, exposing the weakness that is the Wyatt Six. Wyatt trying to defend them, but the Final Testament too strong, and now Lumis trying, but AOP still just breaking down Gacy, Lumis, and Wyatt. And Wyatt trying to take out Karrion Kross. Kross able to get out of whatever position he was in. And Akam punch right to the face of Wyatt. And Gacy. But look at Kross. Slam right down to Joe Gacy. And now Razor and Wyatt. Karrion Kross. Just a fall-away slam. And now Lumis throwing Akam out of the ring. And Lumis looking to fly. Look at this. And now it's 2-on-1 between Razor and Kross on Wyatt. Gacy with a drop kick. Joe Gacy trying to get in the fight. And Kross muscle buster suplex. And now Karrion Kross dealing with Joe Gacy inside the ring and the elbow. And now Karrion Kross pummeling Joe. And Wyatt went for the clothesline. Missed. And Bray Wyatt now taking down Cross. And now the Wyatt 6-2-on-1 on Cross. Oh, went for the drop kick. I think Gacy accidentally kicked Wyatt a little bit. And now AOP, trying to even the odds. And Wyatt shot from behind. Carrying Cross, no Wyatt. What's Dexter Lumis doing? Now Lumis back inside the ring. Wyatt taking Cross down. But look at this, Akam. Russian leg sweep. There's the cover and Lumis breaking it up for his team. This is how chaotic this trio's matches become. Lumis and Cross, a little bit of history in the past. Oh! And now that sets up Gacy for the leg drop. Tag team continuity between the Wyatts. You gotta think, how long has Bray Wyatt been planning this? But right now, Joe Gacy on the top rope. Into the splash to Karrion Kross. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg and Razor breaking it up. But Gacy, crossbody lays out both men. That's how demented Joe Gacy is. Trying to go for a shot and Razor. No! Gacy lands on his feet. Joe Gacy showing his ability and then some. Slam! Into the submission. Kross breaking it up. And Karrion Kross into the suplex to Joe Gacy. Dexter Lumis taking it to Razor. Oh! And now Gacy and Lumis holding the ring. Now look at Dexter Lumis. There is battle all around the ring. Oh! Right to the back of Razor. And Karrion Kross finds himself in a very tough situation. And Gacy into a neck breaker, sending Lumis down. Sending Kross down. And Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis focusing on the leader of the Final Testament and Wyatt throwing Razor. And the Wyatt 6. Oh, wait a minute. Bray inside the ring. And Gacy stopping Akam. Wyatt's got to be proud of his students. And, neckbreaker there by Akam. You see Karrion Kross recovering on the outside of the ring, away from the action. Akam with a hold of Joe Gacy. And Kross bringing Wyatt back inside the ring. But again, these guys just want to focus on brawling on the outside. Lumis tried to take out Kross. Karrion Kross now with Dexter Lumis up on his shoulders. Death Valley driver. Wyatt now has a hold of Akam into the nice headbutt. And clothesline from Razor. Two of the most dominant factions in Universe Mode today doing battle here on Monday Night Raw. Gacy with a DDT. And can Joe Gacy get the job done? No. Razor. Oh no. Into a choke slam. The former SmackDown Tag Team Champions doing what Karrion sent them to do. Into the powerbomb. Akam with one of his own. Kick out by Gacy. Now a powerbomb to Wyatt. Dexter Lumis knows it's all up to him. Bear hug. Lumis with a bear hug. Akam doesn't realize it. Now he does. And now Akam with a hold of the shoulders of Dexter. Joe Gacy looking down. Look at Kross. Going for the final prayer. Gacy reverses. Bray Wyatt now. Power slam. Double cover by the Wyatt Sex. The Wyatt Six get the job done. They've done it.
Here are your winners, the team of Bray Wyatt, Dexter Loomis, and Joe Gacy.
Bray Wyatt and Joe Gacy both getting the job done for the Wyatt Six. And this, ladies and gentlemen, could be the start of a new era in universe mode with these three men all working as a cohesive unit. What a win for the debuting Wyatt Six as Wyatt, Loomis, and Gacy celebrate here on Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our co-main event of the evening, as here comes the impressive Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell with a personal score to settle with Roxanne Perez, and she's finally going to handle it right now. Indy Hartwell, of course, was so close to earning a women's title shot.
Scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Melbourne, Australia, Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell, of course, months ago was betrayed by her former best friend Candice LeRae, and during that rivalry, Roxanne Perez would get herself involved in this rivalry, and of course now Indy Hartwell wants to beat the hell out of Roxanne Perez. Roxanne was drafted to Monday Night Raw, so that gives these two the opportunity to face off one-on-one. Here comes the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion, and look who she brought.
From Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
That's Candice LeRae and Isla Dawn. They are accompanying Roxanne Perez to the ring. Roxanne taking full advantage of this friendship with Candice and Isla. And Roxanne Perez looks like she's got the cards in her favor here tonight. As can Roxanne possibly get the victory from this? Well, this is our co-main event of Monday Night Raw, episode 18 of season 2 of Universe Mode. It looks like the crowd favoring Roxanne Perez and Indy. Indy's not too happy to see her former friend Candice LeRae here on Raw, and Indy Hartwell's beating the hell out of Roxanne Perez for it. Roxanne clearly did this to try to screw with Indy's head, and right now it seems to be working, as Indy Hartwell is pissed. You gotta think, what does Indy think of her husband Dexter Loomis aligning himself with the Wyatt Six, though that'll be a question for another day, because Indy's got her full focus on Roxanne Perez here. And Indy Hartwell has Perez up. Oh, look at this. Into the suplex. That is why she calls herself the impressive one. Look at this, looking at Isla and Candice into the big suicide dive. Into a nice elbow, and look at Indy Hartwell just shouting at Roxanne. She's pissed off. Of course, these two, a lot of history from their days in NXT. Indy trying to get the fans' support here on Monday Night Raw. Oh! Into the Hurricane Rana. Oh, no. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Creative counter there by Perez. That's why she is the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. Now she's here on Monday Night Raw. And, of course, both women also pissed that they're not the ones going to Night of Champions to challenge Rhea Ripley. And look at Roxanne showing her athleticism. And I don't know what Isla Dawn was doing on the apron there. Nice shot of the midsection, but that barely phased Indy. These two ladies, just so much bad blood between them. A little bit of a collision there. And Indy now, shots right to the back. Indy's started collecting a bunch of wins, though, here on Universe Mode. And, you know, your win-loss record, yes, doesn't necessarily matter here in Universe Mode, but it could really get some eyes on you and prone you to possible title matches. And now Indy takes Perez down into a boot, and that was what Isla Dawn did. She exposed the buckle pad into the elbow. Indy in the cover, but the referee's fixing the buckle pad. Now he sees it, cover, and a kick out by Perez, and Indy's pissed. That was clearly because of Isla Dawn. And Indy Hartwell wants to make Roxanne Perez pay, and the hidden blade, no. Perez able to counter. This match continues. Oh, Perez taking Hartwell down. And Perez saying this is her moment. And look at Perez now. Just vicious shots right to her rival. Oh, slap right to the face as well. The disrespect by Roxanne Perez. And the Pop Rocks connects. Candice and Indy love it. Cover. Shoulders down. Rocks, no. Indy kicked out at 2.5. Women's wrestling chants. And Indy right in front of Isla. And look at this, Isla Dawn. This despicable witch. Indy Hartwell. Just bringing Indy back inside the ring. Isla Dawn just brought Hartwell inside the ring. And Roxanne's continuing the fight. And Isla Dawn again exposing the buckle pad. This woman, someone bar her from ringside, please. She's not even supposed to be here. She's a SmackDown competitor. Roxanne into the moonsault. This could be it. Cover. Roxanne Perez with the win on Raw.
Here is your winner, Roxanne Perez.
Well, this was despicable. Roxanne Perez has just defeated Indy Hartwell here on Monday Night Raw and is now 1-0 in this rivalry. Is this rivalry over, or is this the final icing on the cake in between the rivalry of Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae and friends? We'll find out in a matter of weeks, but congratulations to Roxanne Perez on that big win in our main event. In our co-main event. Fuck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on Monday Night Raw, and what the hell? That's the undisputed WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. What the hell is he doing there? What the hell is this? Well, this is supposed to be between Seth Rollins and Christian Cage, and Drew McIntyre. Is he going to be the special guest referee here tonight? McIntyre due to defend that championship against Seth Rollins at Night of Champions, with Drew McIntyre with a referee's jersey on.
The following contest is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre, the current undisputed WWE Champion, is going to be the referee for our main event tonight, Seth Rollins versus Christian Cage. Of course, McIntyre will defend the title against Seth Rollins at Night of Champions. No love lost towards Christian Cage, who keeps trying to butt himself into undisputed championship rivalries. But here comes the number one contender. Seth Rollins has had numerous undisputed championship opportunities in the past. Rollins even said it himself, Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia could be his last. The crowd singing his song. Rollins feels on top of the world.
First, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds,
Seth Rollins, despite being one of the greatest in-ring competitors on Raw today, he has never held championship gold in his Universe Mode career. Can Night of Champions change that? And can we be looking at our next undisputed WWE Universal Champion? Seth Rollins is here, looking to beat the hell out of Christian Cage before Rollins goes one-on-one with Drew McIntyre, who's going to be the referee for this match. Well, here comes the Patriarch.
representing the Patriots from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds,
Christian Cage, ever since he came to Monday Night Raw in the draft, Christian Cage has been trying and failing to get an undisputed WWE Championship match against the likes of John Cena, Drew McIntyre, trying to do everything in Christian's power to get an opportunity, even now going so far as to pick a fight with the new number one contender, Seth freaking Rollins. So much so that Drew McIntyre's had enough and is now going to be the special guest referee here tonight. Can Christian Cage maybe get an opportunity if he gets a shocking win here tonight? We'll never know. But either way, Christian's here, wanting to go one-on-one with Seth. First time ever that these two faced off. McIntyre rings the bell, and this is going to be some battle. As Christian Cage now, you hear the fans singing Rollins' song, clearly favoring Rollins. Rollins, you gotta think, surely not 100% after winning that gauntlet match to become number one contender for the Undisputed Championship. And Christian Cage didn't even compete last week, and he's taking advantage of this. Pile driver right to Rollins. Christian Cage is that's why he probably picked a fight with Rollins, is because he knew Rollins would be less than 100%. And Drew, wait a minute, McIntyre's just waving to the fans. What the hell? Christian tried to pin Rollins, and McIntyre was just taunting and waving hi to the fans. Rollins able to recover. King's Landing into the cover, and McIntyre's now counting. Drew into the cover, almost got the win right there. Christian Cage is being screwed. Rollins takes out Cage. And you saw Rollins a quick glance to McIntyre, almost like a look of thank you. And look at Christian. Oh, and now McIntyre finally counting. Oh! Shot right to the face of Rollins. You hear McIntyre yelling at both competitors to get back in the ring. Ooh, Rollins brought out right in front of Drew McIntyre. And now these two men back inside the ring. This main event match continues. Christian has took part of almost every main event of Monday Night Raw in the new era. Rollins with a nice facebuster cover. Yeah, and a kick out by Christian quickly. And the reason why is because Christian probably now realizes he's being a part of a screw job here. McIntyre clearly made himself the special guest referee for this match, so that way McIntyre could make sure Christian does not beat Seth Rollins. So that way Christian doesn't get involved in McIntyre's business again. Cover. Whoa! That was almost it. Bit of a fast count there by the WWE champ. And now Seth Rollins just looking to pick apart Christian Cage. And another King's Landing. And Christian Cage back inside the ring, trying to get back in this matchup. But Seth Rollins is just a man possessed. Has Christian into the buckle bomb. Oh, and has Christian in possible position. Try to go for the curb stomp, possibly. Christian has Rollins in his grasp. No. Seth able to get out of it. Has a hold of Christian Cage. Christian now. Drop kick to Rollins. Oh, wait a minute. McIntyre. Drew McIntyre throwing Christian out of the ring. He's the referee. He could do anything he wants. Oh, and Rollins with the knee. The WWE champion Drew McIntyre's had enough of Christian Cage's bullshit. Even though Rollins is going to be his opponent at Night of Champions, he's going to help Seth Rollins beat Christian Cage. Oh! Christian Cage getting demolished. You see the blood all over his face. Count of 6 by the official Drew McIntyre. And now Christian trying to get back in this match. Trying to lay down Rollins. Rollins not able to stay down for long. Sling blade. Another cover. Oh. McIntyre saying rope break. Well, you know, I guess. Yeah, sure. Won't count that cover because Christian's feet underneath the bottom rope. So, I guess McIntyre now trying to call it down the middle. Rollins, though, into the curb stomp to Christian Cage. Here's the cover. McIntyre gonna help Rollins bend Christian Cage.
Here is your winner, Seth Rollins.
Almost like mutual respect between champion and challenger, heading in to Night of Champions as Drew McIntyre came out to be the referee and made sure that Christian Cage did not get the win over Rollins here tonight to keep Rollins at 100%. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen? Because at Night of Champions, it will be Drew McIntyre defending the undisputed WWE Championship against Seth frickin' Rollins. Will Rollins finally win the big one? Or will McIntyre's historic reign continue? We'll find out at Night of Champions. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude our episode of Monday Night Raw here tonight. If you like it, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on, so that way you don't miss an upload. And until next time, this is your boy Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace.